MoneyGram is making some big moves in crypto. Why is this important? And I have the CEO. He's going to break down two different things for you. Oh, I don't have him. I have clips of the CEO. I'm not that important out here on YouTube. I just report some of the news and information going out here. One day we're going to be big enough and popular enough to have some people like this on the channel. But why is this important? MoneyGram is one of the key essential on and off ramps for crypto, right? They're working with Stellar, they're working with USDC, and we need on and off ramps like this so people can get money in and out of the markets, as well as move money around the world at the speed of light. Let me just show you this real quick. Alex Holmes, he's the chairman and CEO of MoneyGram International, and he gave this interview. This is not going to be a super long video. I have two clips for you that want to talk about this. Let's go ahead and play this, and I'll give you some context when I can. Let's just get through it. Let's rock and roll, my people.
You're targeting, and what do you offer that's different than other non-custodial wallets?
Yes, yeah, it's a great question, because at the moment, what the non-custodial wallet's going to do is really be an extension of the MoneyGram network. So it is going to, as we launch it, be part of what we call the MoneyGram closed loop network. And in that sense, we tend to provide interoperability of fiat currencies around the world, right? Our primary focus is to ensure that consumers can get money home safely and security, particularly cross borders. And so if someone's going to take $300 and put it into USDC and transfer it to their friend and then extract it, down into, let's say, a Mexican peso, you want to be sure that's done seamlessly, efficiently, and at their discretion. And so there's going to be a bit of a learning curve here. Baby steps. We're in beta testing right now. So far, it's going extremely well. There's a lot to learn and a lot to push forward. At the moment, our core target demographic is a balance between crypto users today and then also the traditional remittance user as well. The cross-border payments realm continues to be an area of focus for many new competitors. It's obviously what we do extremely well, and we're certainly here to ensure that we've got the right product set, the right product for our customers, and that we want that to work as seamlessly as possible. And so,
have you guys seen, not to cause a weird moment, you seen the clip where Brad Garland says, like, I don't think it was MoneyGram, I think it was Western Union. He said, like, MoneyGram has been working on being able to send payments globally for 100 years, and we created a better system to move money faster and have faster settlement in just a couple of years. I should have had that clip for this video, but I thought that was a brilliant clip. If you know what I'm talking about, please let me know in the comments.
Phase it in, and as we begin to adapt it to new markets and go country by country, it'll be fascinating to see what those use cases become. And that's the greatest thing about innovation and new technology, is that oftentimes you can create something, put it into market, and then you'll find that the use cases and the desire from a consumer is maybe a little bit different than what you thought it was. And so we're prepared for that. We're ready to adapt to it and excited about it. But I do think that the user base over time can be exponential.
So what is this going to do for crypto? Because that's the question I always ask when I see things like this. Like, how is this going to benefit the world? How is it going to get more people involved? What I like about this is that you're getting just regular people that are not in crypto to start being able to use crypto, and they don't even realize it, right? When they send money, they're just thinking it's the same old MoneyGram rails, but then when they're finding out, hey, we're using cryptocurrency to send this money, is that going to entice more people to come into the market, create wallets, hold certain assets? I really think so, because now you're, not to use the pun, level playing field, but now you're bringing in just regular people that maybe have no idea of the technology that they're using, and now they're like, oh wow, I just use crypto to send money to my son or my grandfather, whatever it is, right? And they're like, hey, that was simple, that was easy, I didn't get scammed, that was a new experience for me. And maybe that gets them comfortable with using digital assets, and that's what we want. We want another billion people to enter the market with all of that wealth and to help us in our journey in creating future wealth for ourselves. Obviously, we know we're still in a very speculative market. We're not in the utility market still, and speculation drives the market, right? When people think something's going to happen, prices go up. When the thing doesn't happen, prices go down. That is a speculation market. When we get into a utility market where basically a lot of these assets, 23,000 cryptos, right, going on 24,000, there's not 24,000 use cases there, right? There's a lot of scams, right? Crypto is, even though we hear people like Gary Gensler and all these, some Democrats and things like that in the US talking about crypto as scams, they're taking a portion of the market and they're labeling everything that same thing, which it's not quite accurate. Right? And so I do think your XRPs, your XLMs, your XCCs, new projects that have come to market in the last 20 months, something like BioFi that I'm very bullish on. I've been working with that team. I think BioFi is going to have an incredible 2024. They have a blockchain phone coming to market in Africa. And I think one day you could see MoneyGram working with a company like BioFi to bring payments into the African market. And I'm very excited for that project indeed. Let's go ahead and finish this off, guys. I'll get you out.
Crypto seamlessly through their non-custodial wallets and the Stellar network into the fiat world and back again. And we've been able to do that successfully through USDC stablecoin in partnership with Circle. And we found that consumers really value that service, and we've been able to do that using our standard KYC processes that we use in the fiat world. And we feel like that's been a great balance between the two worlds and is giving consumers new avenues to move money.
How fast can you actually get this to be used and used at scale? What are the hurdles that you'll face in between?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think your last segment was right up the alley on it, which is just around legislation. There clearly needs to be more government regulation, legislation, straightforward understanding of what the realm of the possible is for crypto. At this point in time, our new wallet that we're launching is very basic in its service, but it's also really unique and very cool in that sense, because it's going to enable a consumer to take fiat, put it into stablecoin, hold it in their wallet, and withdraw it at their need anywhere in the world through the MoneyGram system. Doing that in a KYC'd way, I think, has many advantages over what's happening today.
Real quickly, so let's say you're going on vacation, right? Everyone says traveler's checks used to be like the OG thing to carry back in the day, but there's a lot of people that don't want to carry a bunch of cash on them as they go into some countries on vacation. And I can tell you, when I just went to China and to Hong Kong, I didn't bring a lot of money with me. And so getting money in China was a challenge. I had to go to ATM after ATM, and a lot of ATMs wouldn't take my Chase card. It was a real pain. And if I would have known it was that much of a pain, I probably would have brought some with me. But also, too, then I have US dollar, and a lot of the places that I went wouldn't take US dollars. It's an interesting way to keep money in your MoneyGram wallet. Go to anywhere a MoneyGram is. You want to go ahead and research this before you go on vacation and make sure there's MoneyGram locations where you're going. And maybe there's something near your hotel where you can go in and trade in for the currency that you need for the country that you're visiting. And you don't have to maybe like not overspend, but when you convert money, if you don't spend all that money, you got to pay to convert it back. You got to pay to convert it, and you got to pay to convert it back. And that is not cheap. I know when I had just like a couple hundred yen left and it's not a ton of money, I was like, how can I spend this and get rid of this? Because if I'm not going to pay a 20% conversion rate, that's crazy. So I'm at the airport just buying everything I could to get on the plane. And I went into the airport with not a lot of bags. I got on the plane with a ton of bags. Just figuring out ways to get money cheaply is going to be the new norm. And I do think this is a solution that a lot of people aren't thinking of that could be.
The ability to think about on-ramps and off-ramps from both digital KYC and physical KYC, and the ability to move through the system seamlessly so that consumers can better time the delivery of service, consumers can better time the delivery of funds, really changes that paradigm. And so I think what's going to happen over time as crypto continues to find ways into the mainstream market, the more that we're in the space today, the more that we're playing with it, the more that it's an add-on and a built onto our current system, the more value it's going to create over time. And I think consumers will begin to adopt that and see that as markets begin to change and shift.
All right, guys, if you want to grow in the crypto space, guys, there is ways to do that. You can join Cryptonaires. There's a couple hundred spots left. We have a reduced price right now. It's half off. Go ahead and link down in the description. You can also join as a super subscriber. I have a special deal for Luna. Luna needs surgery, and so I created a special to support the channel. You get access to all my Sensei chats. You get access to private videos, and you get early access to some videos as well. So think about supporting the channel, guys. If you like me, you like the channel, if you're here a lot, there's different ways you can support me and help your growth at the same time. I really appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.